Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Bear Chats. I'm your host, Scott Cordisci. Glad you could join us. On this week's Bear Chats, we are happy to be joined by the new head field hockey coach at Brown University, Britt Broady. Britt, how are you?
I am absolutely great. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing great. Congratulations on being hired here at Brown.
Thank you. I am really excited for the opportunity and really just can't wait to get on campus and meet the team in 3D rather than just in a virtual setting and get started.
So you spent the last 5 years as head coach at UC Davis out in California. What made this the right spot for you or the right time for you to move to Brown?
Well, I think there are a lot of changes going on in the collegiate athletic landscape right now, and the environment that Grace is creating at Brown, I think is very exciting, and I just feel as though my strengths as a coach speak to the student athlete, the scholar athlete that Brown really recruits, and I think that I can be a part of that excitement that she's building at Brown. So when the job opened up, I was really excited for the opportunity in learning more. And when I went on my interview, everything seemed like just such a good fit. And I was very ecstatic to be offered the position. And it wasn't even something to really think about.
Well, I know you're a native New Englander from Maine, correct?
I am, but the first couple of months, I think I'm going to freeze because my blood has thinned out.
Well, you are intimately familiar with the Ivy League as well because you're a 2001 Dartmouth grad. So that has to help, I think, coming here to Brown and taking over an Ivy League program, given your familiarity with Ivy League field hockey.
I think it does. The Brown student athlete doesn't want to be just a field hockey player or just a scholar. They want to be excellent at both, and they want the two to complement each other rather than to conflict. And I think that is a very unique setup. And one of the reasons that I chose Dartmouth at the time, although Brown was my first choice, I will tell you, even as an 18-year-old, I knew that Brown was a special place. So I think it's unique in its setup. It's unique in its support. And I think that niche recruiting is what is going to allow us to really excel right away. If you get the right kids in place and you get really hard workers that align with the program goals and align with the goals of the athletic department and school itself, then things start cooking.
So you've had some success as head coach at UC Davis. You spent some time as an assistant at Duke and at Louisville under Pam Buston. And now you come here to run your own program. Just tell me, from those past experiences as both an assistant coach and most recently a head coach, how will that help you in the transition here to Brown?
Oh, enormously. I'm really thankful for all of my experiences. Pam is originally from just down the road and at Brown. She's from Fall River, Mass. And she grew up playing on Brown's AstroTurf field, which at the time was on the roof at the OMAC.
Yep.
And she has taught me a lot and has given me the space to have my own failures and my own successes, even as an assistant. And so going to UC Davis and then being able to, be out on my own a little bit more, then again, you get to try out your own philosophies, you get to try out your own risks and rewards there and connect with kids on a different level when you are the head coach. So I'm really interested in bringing those experiences and all my failures and all my successes that have really prepared me to this situation, and really figuring out who is Brown field hockey. That's going to be our first point of business with the team, and figuring out who they want to be and what their goals, who do we want to be in 6 months? Who do we want to be in a year from now? And then working backwards, how are we going to get there? So I've had amazing mentors and excited to put that experience to use.
I know at Duke as an assistant, you were part of a coaching staff that helped lead a couple of teams to Final Fours, one to a national championship game. And while no one's putting that expectation on you right away here at Brown, my question to you would be, what should fans expect from a Britt Broady coached field hockey team here at Brown?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, you know, I don't like when someone new comes into town and they say, this is who we are. And it's like, well, wait a minute, like you just got here. You know, so that's why the process when we all do get back together in Providence is going to be really special. You know, hearing from the team and has already started virtually with Zoom meetings, hearing from the team who they think they are now, who they want to be, and figuring out, like I said, our goals and what our team culture will be there within, of course, the framework and guidance of what I have vision to create. So, you know, one of the things that, you know, someone walked up to one of our practices or one of our games, I would love for them to be like, wow, that team is having a lot of fun together. That's really important to me because I think when you're having fun, success is a byproduct there, because fun makes you work harder. It makes you pay attention more, invest more. So I want the team to have fun playing hard. Now, my definition of fun is very competitive and I like to win. But you know, it very much a learning environment and one that is student athlete driven is one that I would hope that someone would see even from, you know, outside the gates.
Well, I think if you're an athlete and a competitor, winning is fun, right?
Oh, winning's always fun.
Mm-hmm. Of course it is. So my last question, you piqued my curiosity when you said Brown was your top choice. I'm wondering, what were some of the things that you liked about Brown? Was it the open curriculum, the beautiful campus, and will you use whatever those things were on the recruiting trail to try to lure prospective student athletes to Brown in your program?
Yes. I loved the idea of the open curriculum. I love the academic rigor and the complementing athletic rigor. The coaching staff at the time was lights out awesome, and that included Carolyn Norris, who has recently retired from Brown, and I've kept in touch with her. The only reason I didn't go to Brown is there was actually a coaching staff change at the time, and this was in the dark ages before internet, and I kind of lost touch with the staff and didn't know if I was going to get in and spots and whatnot. So you know, in retrospect, maybe I should have been a little more patient, but I had a great experience at Dartmouth. And yeah, certainly using my 18-year-old, 17-year-old self to recruit. There's no downside at a school like Brown. It is absolutely just beautiful. It's poised to really do some exciting things. And I think that's the type of recruit that we'll be looking for, those that want to be trendsetters, that maybe are used to maybe having just a little bit of a chip on their shoulder and wanting to fight and scrap and build for something, rather than those that want something already there and sustaining it, which is also hard. So yeah, I've already started on the recruiting trail, a ton of interest out there, and I'm excited to get to know a lot of kids and families.
Well, I think I speak on behalf of everyone within the athletic department, and certainly those that are a part of the Brown field hockey program. We can't wait to get you here on campus. And
I can't wait.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, Scott.
That's Britt Broady, the new head field hockey coach here at Brown University, our guest on this week's edition of Bear Chats.